Welcome to Hardaway, aka the three-man Jalen Weave, aka the best big three since LeBron D. Wade, and Bosh live on YouTube on a Tuesday. We are a two-man Jalen Weave today because one of the men of the three-man Jalen Weave said, "You know what? It's load management day." So if you
Ooh.
are watching on YouTube, you see me, you see Sheedy, but you do not see DJ Ted Shakir. In actuality, is he in Dallas still, Sheedy?
Yeah, he just got here earlier today, I think.
Okay, he in
Mhm.
Dallas hanging out with his mama. That's cool, but Mama Ted Shakir, we ain't it's too early in the season to be low managing. I know too. I know you live in Phoenix. I know Bradley Beal ain't played a lick of basketball just yet. I know Devin Booker low managing. I know KD out there. I know they lost to the Spurs twice back to back. We ain't got to that yet. I want to hear to talk about that, but he ain't here. I know that's
We
part of
can
the game.
discuss it. We can discuss it.
I know that's part of the game, but a little too early to be low managing Mr. Ted Shakir. But it's cool though. Ted will be back next week. We're gonna still rock and roll with just us too. We're gonna make it happen. If you don't know who I am the walking bucket, providing instant offense. It's your boy Savage. So I gotta do a little bit more scoring today since Tevin ain't here.
Got to. It's a must.
We also got the coach on the sideline, taking them school on and off the court. When I say it's really shitty, it's shitty. Shitty, what's good?
See, I got the polo on, so I'm ready.
Of
Polo
course,
sheet to
Candy
the
is here.
regular.
She said we ain't never on time. Now, Candy,
Nah.
we've been on time in the past, at least 3-4 episodes. I know.
And you checking in about 7:40?
Talking about something.
Yeah.
I thought y'all starting late. Nah, we here early, man.
You need to check on your friend, Candy.
Right. Call too, cause he low managing right now.
Call him up.
He's low managing. Yeah, but hopefully this means it'll be a short show. What up, Trevor? He up in here too. Hopefully it means it'll be a shorter show today. Since we ain't got Tev to provide his conspiracies about whatever to do. I'm messing with two now. But yeah, we'll get into some stuff, man. We ain't been on since sometime last week. I can't even remember what day. I think we ain't did a Sunday in so long. But
No, yeah, I think it was a Thursday. Was that the last
yeah,
time
it
we
was
were
Thursday.
on?
Yeah, it was Thursday. It was a
Mhm.
random ass day. Like Thursday,
Mhm.
it was very random. But we're
Yeah.
here on Tuesday, man. We're gonna get into it today. Before we actually get into it, Sheeta, you mentioned that you got the polo on. Your boy, Udonis Haslam, finally got the polo. So what is he
Yes.
doing? He vice president or something. Doing
Yeah,
something.
I can't remember exactly what it is, but he got a promotion with the Heat, man. So really excited for him. Like he is Heat culture, right? Like what other job is he going to do? Like he has lived and breathed basketball in Miami specifically for decades. You know what I'm saying? So it makes sense for him to be a part of the Miami Heat organization. I'm proud of him. I'm glad he's going to be around. I don't know in what capacity that means his role will be. But I don't know about his development operations though. I don't know how much he can develop. But if we need somebody to go and pop somebody on the floor, we can always get him ready to go. Unpolo him.
That's basketball operations right there.
Yes.
Go down there and thump Jimmy Butler in the chest and make sure he ain't doing nothing crazy. I mean, y'all need it right now because
Oh, we're gonna talk about it.
because it ain't looking too good right now.
No.
But let's get into it, man. So impressions and disappointments in the NBA season. We a couple of days, maybe weeks into the NBA season. We didn't even get into the whole in-season tournament situation because I have no idea what it is aside from them ugly ass courts. The Bulls had like a Suwoo court. And the Pacers had, whatever that blue and yellow thing was. Thank God the Grizzlies have a normal looking court. They court look
Yeah.
normal. The Bucks look normal looking court. But I ain't here to talk about that because I still don't understand what's going on with the in-season tournament. I'll let the NBA nerds talk about that. I ain't doing that today. But
Yeah, because it doesn't make sense to
it don't.
start the tournament and then stop it and let other games happen and then
Yeah.
join back in the tournament. I'm over it. I don't even care anymore.
And I get it because the WNBA does it, but I still don't care that they do it. I'm just like, oh,
No.
okay, all right.
Yeah, just play.
But my first impression, I do want to say, and I watched this game yesterday. Anthony Edwards, man. So yesterday they played the undefeated Boston Celtics. They are no longer undefeated because, due in part, or a large part of Anthony Edwards. He had 38 points, 9 rebounds, I think 9 rebounds, 7 assists, averaging the career high in points, 28 a game, averaging the career high in rebounds, averaging the career high in assists. The turnovers are up and the steals and the blocks are down, but I think that's because he having to lock in on offense that side of the court. Cat averaging the career low and scoring.
Everything.
Yeah, everything's just low. And on top of that, Ant-Man, he averaging a career high in 3-point percentage. Was it 47 per game?
That's really good.
It's high. It ain't Dylan Brooks high, who's shooting like 57, surprisingly. But really impressed with Anthony Edwards, man. I think that he's stepping up to the challenge in place of Karl Anthony Towns, who's not playing as well. We see the Timberwolves run the offense through him. I know in that overtime game, he had at least, I want to say, 8 to 10 points, like consecutively, where he going down, scoring. And then on top of that, there was a sequence where I think it was back-to-back possessions where he drives to the basket, kicks out to McDaniels in the corner, 2 threes. So he knows that he has gravity now. You know, LeBron has gravity as far as like people pull into him, and he's able to get somebody else open otherwise. And so Anthony Edwards is who I am a lot impressed with. I know Tuke, who's not here, mentioned he's an MVP candidate. Right now, he could be. He damn near could be right now. So I'm impressed with Anthony Edwards.
Man, I knew that Tatum was going to be doing something this season.
Yeah.
But I didn't know he was going to do it like this. Like you said before, last night, that was their first loss. But when you turn on the Celtics games, he is in complete control. And sometimes Brown, who is the highest paid player, is not. He's picking his spots. He don't care who's guarding him. He's finding an open man. He's playing very well. And I think also having KP that also space the floor, you have a big that you can't just sag off of, right? You can't just sag off of Robert Williams or, whoever else. Shout out to him, even though he's hurt. But Tatum, to me, is having a great season, but also I want to encompass that with the Celtics so far. I didn't expect 5-1. I didn't expect 5-0, to be honest, even before, we talked about this. But 5-1 is very impressive to me for the Celtics. They're going to be a tough out in the East, or they're going to come out the East for sure, unless anything changes. But shout out to the Timberwolves as well. They have a too big problem still. They need to take care of to make sure that Anthony Edwards is taken care of. But I am doubling down on your point about Anthony Edwards. He needs to take that leap if the Timberwolves are going to be a playoff team this upcoming season. And then worrying about, like I said, that team in Green and Boston, they're pretty nice. And it doesn't matter if they're home or away. Yeah. They're playing real good basketball.
And you're not hearing a lot from or about Joe Mazzulla right now. They're talking about getting rid of him last year. But, I mean, you still got to coach these dudes, man. That's why I gave Eric Spoelstra credit when he had LeBron, D-Wade, and Bosh. That's why I give Ty Lue credit for managing LeBron. Like, you can have great players. You still got to coach, man. Like, we've seen coaches get fired from situations where you think they should perform better. Doc Rivers. Right. What's the guy before Doc Rivers with the Sixers? Like, we've seen it happen before. And so you still got
Brett Brown.
Brett Brown, yeah, still got to coach these players. And so Mazzulla is doing his job managing them.
Winning cures a lot of things.
Yep. That's facts. As far as disappointment, the Kings, man. So look. Okay. I did say the Kings were going to be at the bottom of that division. I thought that Golden State would be better, which they are. I thought Phoenix would be better. It look kind of questionable right now. They still above the Kings right now. The Lakers, kind of questionable. You get LeBron out here bitching to the league about calls. Ain't for that mess. The Clippers, they improved with James Harden in theory. But the Kings, like I said, they had a great amount of luck with health last year. And this year, you lose Fox. Fox, he got hurt a little bit in the playoffs. He still was killing. I mean, he still was out there serving niggas. But you lose him this year, and now things are thrown off. And so right now, they are the third from the bottom, I think.
Yes, they're in the bottom. Yes, you are right.
They're in the bottom of the West, right there with the Grizzlies and the Jazz.
The Jazz.
But what's killing me is you're giving up 115 a game, and you are Coach Mike Brown who lives and dies on defense. Like we saw a clip of him in practice. getting on Monk about something. I
Yep.
forgot what it was.
Mhm.
But like for them to be giving up 115 a game, that to me it just pinpoints the fact that you needed an interior presence. I think they had JaVale McGee. JaVale McGee, he passed his prime, man. Sabonis, he not gonna defend nothing, so you
No.
losing Fox on one end, and you already don't have interior defense. And so
Mhm.
I can't say I'm disappointed because I felt like this would have happened regardless. But
Mhm.
I ain't think third from the bottom. I did not think that. Not right now anyway. So I guess
Yeah.
Sacramento is somebody I'm disappointed in.
Yeah. I'll stay out west with you. And because actually, you know what? I won't stay out west. I'll talk about my own team. I'm
Go ahead, man.
disappointed in the Heat. I'm going to let that be known. Our wins have come by like the slimmest of margins. 2 games by 1 point. We've lost to other teams.
Yeah, beat
And
Memphis, the Grizzlies.
yes.
Okay, so they don't even.
No, exactly. The wins that we have are not of is the Pistons, Grizzlies, and then the Lakers, I guess, is the quality win thus far, but they're a 500 team. So the Miami Heat's problem is we don't have a consistent lineup every time.
Yeah.
And I also get tired of there's always this notion of, oh, don't worry, the Heat are going to turn it around.
Oh, they haven't played them yet. Okay.
You know what I mean?
They haven't played them yet. Okay. I think I saw black and red. I thought Miami, but it was Portland. But I think we played them coming up, if I'm not mistaken. That's what it is.
Let me see.
I want to say it's November. Is it tomorrow?
Oh, no, we beat Washington. That's what it was. Yeah, we played them
tomorrow. Yeah, that's what it is. Tomorrow. Yeah, that's what it is. Okay. I thought Portland. That's what I thought it was. Okay.
Let the best team win. I really don't care. But and let me look at that. We barely beat Washington by 7.
Yeah.
Like this is not good. 3
so
wins.
what's going on in the game? Because I haven't watched y'all closely at all. Like what's going on that's like not clicking for y'all right now? I know it's early in the season, Miami, but it's like still to barely beat Washington, and that team is trash.
Right. I think it's chemistry, man. Like we don't have like the same starting 5 every other night, right? We have people that are questionable, people that are injured, load management with Jimmy. Tyler Hero's playing actually pretty good. He's definitely scored and proven like, okay, yes, I need to be a pillar, so to speak, here in Miami. But overall, I'm just not liking what I'm seeing. And I blame Spoelstra for this right now. You have to put out your best 5, yes, but also something's going on with all these quote unquote injuries, people not traveling. I just don't like it. And then, yes, I get it. It's the East. Yes, you can kind of fall behind, I guess, a little bit and try to catch up. But I'm so sick of that narrative of we'll turn it around after the trade deadline and all that. I'm so sick of that.
But at some point, it's too late. It's like, all right, man, we can't do this every year. You can't constantly give people a head start and then have to fight to get back. Like, nah, it's gonna be tired as hell. But somebody gonna get hurt, and then that's a wrap.
Injured. Exactly. Then that's my point. So I don't like what the Heat are doing at all. So may the best team win tomorrow. I think it's in Memphis.
Yeah.
I could care less who wins.
I feel like y'all gonna have to do something at some point, like make a move, because like to miss out on Dame, miss out on James Harden. I can't see Pat Riley just standing pat again this year and just saying, you know what, let's roll with some UDFAs. Like let's just roll with, like, nah, man, you can't. No,
not with the way Boston and Philly are playing right now. Like we can't expect the team that is constructed to do that. And no offense to Max Strus and Gabe Vincent, but they ain't doing nothing on their teams.
No, absolutely not. Especially not Vincent. Vincent ain't doing nothing with LA. Strus has some good games in there, but Vincent, no, absolutely not. Nope. Impressed. I have been impressed with the Mavericks, primarily because one, you're winning games. I know a lot of people thought that the Mavericks were going to, for some reason, be bad, and I'm just like, again, Luka Doncic, man. Like Luka Doncic is there, Kyrie is there. You bring in Grant Williams, who by the way, shout out to Grant Williams, man, putting on that Reggie White Eagles green jersey in Dallas at the press conference. That's some real shit right there, man. And surprisingly, it's me and Sheedy today, but we know we don't talk trash about the Cowboys and Eagles though. We just know how our teams do. We know we gonna split. It's how it is. So I ain't gonna get into all this. I did want to shout out Grant Williams though for rocking that jersey.
I didn't even see that. That's dope.
I don't know why he's an Eagles fan, because he's from, I don't know if he's from North Carolina. I can't remember where you're from. But anyway, yeah, Dallas is winning games, man. And that division with the Pelicans who playing okay, Grizzlies still got to catch up. Rockets are playing okay. Spurs are a young team. They're dominating that division right now. They haven't played everybody just yet. But when they play Memphis, I mean, nobody could guard Luka Doncic, which is par for the course. Like step back, hand in the face, anybody can get it, like literally. And so people were clowning the Mavericks for whatever reason. I'm like, y'all, this is a gold standard franchise. They have won the NBA championship. They have a great owner. Jason Kidd is a decent coach. I don't say he's a great coach, but he's a decent coach. And you got great players. And so I don't understand how people thought they were going to be an 11 seed, a 12 seed. Of course, it's early in the season, but they're 6-1, if I'm not mistaken. They're not undefeated, but they're damn near.
Yeah, it might as well be, yes.
Damn near undefeated. Yeah, Dallas, give me Dallas, somebody that I'm impressed with right now, and I expect it to continue because Luka Doncic is playing out of his mind, and Kyrie is playing second fiddle. So.
Exactly. I think they're kind of learning the Batman and Robin roles a little bit better. I'll stay out west with you as well. I want this team to be in the playoffs, and they will. And that's the Oklahoma City Thunder, man. SGA's playing great. I think he's averaging like 26 and 6 right now. He's had a couple of 30-piece games, steals out the world. But it's not just SGA, it's just that team, right? And how they play and their chemistry and how they've been building that together. Now, of course, you want to see more quality wins per se from them. I mean, Atlanta, Detroit is up and coming. Cleveland, Chicago, who had that, that conference right after they lost.
They play OKC tight too.
Yeah.
I mean, Golden State.
Yeah, they did. In a scoring matchup. But lost to Denver, which is all right. New Orleans is I don't know what's going on in New Orleans, by the way, what's in that water. But anyways, shout out to OKC, shout out to SGA. Please keep it up because I really, really, really will talk about rookies later. But I really have a great feeling about this Thunder team, and I really want to stamp that they will be in the playoffs, not a play-in team in the playoffs, which means they'll be a top 6 seed in the West, which is hard to say with the teams that are in the West. But the way that they compete on a nightly basis and on the defensive end, and your point guard is 6'6" with that wingspan,
yeah,
it's getting real choppy out there in OKC. So shout out to the Thunder. Keep me impressed.
I'm still curious to know what they are going to do at some point with their pieces. I mean, maybe do they stand pat and just say, you know what, we cool. You can't constantly or continue to stockpile young players. Now, granted, their young players are all playing well.
Man, that's a problem.
all of them are playing well. It's some guy they drafted this year. What's his name? Is it Cason Wallace? Cason Wallace. Cason Wallace playing well. I'm like, all right, man. At some point, you got to miss on both Jalen Williams, Chad Holmgren, Giddey, Dort, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. Like all these dudes are playing well. Like they all can't play.
Right.
And so at some point, you guys say, you know what? Let's go all in. And I think they probably will consider that at some point when they see what they have, because SGA is a cornerstone piece. Chet's a cornerstone piece. I think Giddey's a cornerstone piece. Everybody else can be moved, in my opinion.
Yes.
If they want to move them, they still can probably play him and be all right. But if you look and see what's out there in the West, and you like, you know what, we got a chance, man. Like these other teams ain't just that good. You just play Golden State, another top team, pretty damn well. Only thing you can't compete with is Denver. I mean, Denver. I mean, I don't know if that's impressed, but
we don't even need to talk about them.
I was like, we got to talk about Denver. Denver's just working everybody. So I don't know what they're gonna do, but I think at some point, I guess
they need a trade. I agree.
Yeah, I'm anxious about it. I'm like, all right, y'all good. Like, what we doing with this? What we doing? Where we going?
You need to call up some of these red teams. The red teams need to be on the fire sale.
Right. Disappointed. I'm gonna be quick with this one. The Bulls, man. Like, how many years can you just continue to do the same thing over and over and over again? You got DeMar DeRozan, who's like 36 years old. You got Zach LaVine, who's scoring, but it means nothing. Vucevic, he's cool, but he can't defend anybody. He's a turnstile. You bring in
turnstile.
Yeah, he's a turnstile, man. He not guarding nobody, man. He ain't guarding nobody. You brought Kobe White back. He's okay. He's a backup point guard. You bring in Javon Carter. a backup's backup point guard. Who else they got? Caruso just there. Like the team, like I don't know how you can be a Chicago Bulls fan right now and just be
No.
like, you know what, this is cool with me because
Like,
they're not terrible. They're not great. They're just there.
yeah, and it's the same like lineups all the time. Like nothing. Like they have not progressed in like these last couple of years. To your point, and yet who have they traded for? Like what have they
Nobody.
done exactly? They need to. That's the fire sale. That's one of the red teams that needs to have a fire sale. So I'm definitely in agreement with that. My team that I'm disappointed in right now that I know, you and Tupa are pretty high on is the Knicks. But realistically, it's not just the Knicks per se. It is Julius Randle.
Yeah.
Julius Randle has had a lot of off nights, and Tibbs. I mean, if you see he's having an off night, he got to come off. He got to go. He had like one good game, maybe his last game, but like, come on, man, like it's over with for this. And the fact that when RJ Barrett scores like 20 points, this team wins.
Yep.
It's ridiculous.
Yep.
Like, are you kidding me? You're telling me that RJ Barrett scores 20? First of all, why is RJ Barrett scoring 20 points on anybody?
22 games, correct?
Yes. And like, who? No way, not RJ Barrett. But he's been more of a catalyst for them to win instead of Brunson. And again, the biggest person, Julius Randle, like that. Julius Randle's gonna have to go. The Knicks gonna have to get on the phone and find who can want him and for what. And I don't know who wants him or for what, but I feel like he's just bringing down the chemistry that they could have because he's playing so terrible. Like it was a play where he didn't like how the ball got distributed, and then the ball went past him, and he's screaming at Brunson, I guess, or whatever. And then, but you ain't getting back on defense,
right?
Thibodeau, ain't you?
And I hate this shit, man. I'm like, bro, why are you over here complaining? Because I know what was it? I think it was the Grizzlies. I think they were playing. Was that LA? I think it was the Lakers in the playoffs. I'm like, look, they're not gonna call it, so stop complaining. Just get back. Just go get back. Just get back, get hit, get up, and get back.
You always talk to the refs in between timeouts, breaks, or whatever. That's the strategy. Not in the middle of the game when the ball can get tossed past you, and now we got 2 points, and you still complaining about nothing with your players. So I guess kudos to RJ Barrett, but that Knicks team and Julius Randle need the green light to go.
Yeah, I've watched a couple of Knicks games, and they played some good teams. They played Boston, they played Boston, Milwaukee, the Cavs twice, and they split with the Cavs. And they had a good series with them in the playoffs, so that's a rivalry to some extent. And they played the Clippers, so they've played all the good teams, and they've played them pretty well. So seeing 3 and 4, you can tell that team is still a top 4 type of team. I think it just ran to some tough teams, in my opinion. My last, where am I at? Oh, Dylan Brooks, man. Dylan Brooks. I mean,
you said he was shooting 57%?
I will pull it up for you. Dylan Brooks. First of all, Dylan Brooks is shooting less. I don't know if this is real or if Udoka was like, look, man, stop shooting the damn ball.
Yeah.
But let me see. Dylan Brooks, he was leading the league in 3-point percentage when I last looked. And I was like, ain't no way. This got to be a fake tweet. I thought it was fake. So Dylan Brooks right now, he is averaging, not Fred VanVleet. Dylan Brooks is averaging 16 a game. Let me go to his stats for the year.
Okay.
16 a game. He's shooting 56% from 3.
Wow.
So he's making 2 out of about 4. Shooting a career high 94% from the free throw line. Career high in rebounding. He still ain't passing the ball though. Nah. So he's shooting better, which I did not foresee. And I'm wondering, is it I haven't watched the Rockets extensively, so I don't know for sure. I got to watch them a little bit more. But I'm wondering, is it an offensive thing where it's like you now have some sets where you're able to get better shots and you're not dribbling crazy and then pulling up? Because there were times, I ain't gonna lie, there were times last year or even in previous years where Dylan Brooks got the ball with like 1 second on the shot clock and you gotta throw it up. You have no rhythm. You have no.
It wasn't his fault.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you got to shoot it, but
Mm-hmm.
now he's making that's a high number,
Yeah.
and it's 6 games, so it's still a small sample size, but it's multiple games. It ain't like it's been 2 games; it's
Mm-hmm.
been 6 games. So I'm wondering, is it a matter of the offense because the Grizzlies fans have had some issues with how Jenkins has running his offense, where it's kind of wonky, helter skelter, just running around doing some random shit. So I'm curious to see how long this lasts. But
Mm-hmm.
he's shooting better and he's shooting less.
Yeah.
That's what everybody wanted from Dylan Brooks, and that's what's happening right now. And they currently have a better record than the Grizzlies right now, which is eye opening. And they
Mm.
coming up in the FedEx Forum, I think, this month, if I'm not mistaken. So
Ooh.
Dylan Brooks, man, I'm impressed.
Yeah, I mean, and the Rockets, I think, have won like 2 or 3 straight. They beat the brakes off the Kings.
Kings, yeah, I text y'all there.
Actually, twice. If
Let me
I'm not
see.
mistaken.
I pull it up. Let me see. They
Yeah.
beat the back to back. Damn, I ain't see the first one.
Like, yeah, because when you had text, I was like, dang, he talking about the game the other night. But anyways, regardless of that, shout out to Ime. Like, he it's going to take some time. They're going to need some time to get it all together. And I'll give kudos to Dylan Brooks. I mean, he got ousted by, you know, Curry with his shot. Everybody was talking about that, whatever. I really don't care. Or I think he was talking about like LeBron or something. I really don't care
Yeah.
about what he's talking about. He's doing that to make sure that y'all make him still be relevant, and y'all
Right.
keep clicking on it for that.
Facts.
But I'll definitely say kudos for him for shooting that percentage. But we've seen Ime's offense run really good in Boston,
Yep.
and we've never seen an offense run in Memphis, which has been my concern for years. What is the offense? Give it to John, get out the way, um, figure it out. Everyone go around, like you said, helter skelter. Like I don't really understand the offensive flow at times. But maybe that's not him, but that's why you hire someone that is an offensive coordinator to go ahead and call those plays for you, because that's not your strength. I think his strength is more defense, which is kind of seen, kind of not. But I'll leave it at that. Again, kudos to Dylan Brooks for 56%. That's really good. I don't care if it's been 6 games. That's
Yeah.
really good compared to how we talked bad about him in his shooting previous years. We got to give it up to him now.
Yep. That's facts.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say. I mean, I am disappointed in the Grizzlies for them to lose 6 games in a row. They won recently. They beat the Portland Trailblazers, who are trash. But I'm.
Ooh, Candy about to say something. She gonna pop up in the comments. Mm-hmm.
Nah, I'm chill on the Grizzlies. I ain't gonna go into too much depth because I mean it is what it is at this point. I don't know if they're gonna win 15 games before John get back. That was my prediction. I said 15-10, and it might be like 10-15.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
But I can't say I'm disappointed because going into the season, we didn't expect them to not have Steven Adams,
right,
who is important to their offense and like getting the rebounds. And the Grizzlies were like the best fast break team in the league. You don't have your rebounder for the fast break. You don't have your point guard for the fast break. And so now you're having to score in those half court sets.
Yeah.
They literally cannot do that because they can't shoot. They don't have a cohesive offense aside from Bang. And Bang's been playing great. Bang has all-star numbers right now. But right now, Desmond Bane is literally Bradley Beal by himself in Washington. You're on a bad team getting buckets. And y'all know me. Anybody can get buckets on a trash team. So you gotta figure out a way to get the wins while you're getting buckets. That's not on Desmond Bane though. That ain't Desmond Bane's responsibility. He is a number 2, number 3 player. He ain't the main guy. I think he knows that. And so what the main thing right now is it has to be coaching. Biyombo came in and played amazing for them, but again, that is Portland. I'm not putting too much stock into that game right now. I am putting stock into games against like your division, so Dallas, New Orleans, Houston coming up, San Antonio coming up against these better teams out west. I'm putting way more stock into that. So I got to see it in better games to believe that. So not disappointed per se because of what happened, But Taylor Jenkins, you are paid. You just got paid to be a coach, man. I don't care if you got 9 players out there next week. I don't care. Like, figure out a way to win games because we've seen teams do it. We saw Denver do it a couple years ago when they didn't have Jamal Murray. It was Joker and they didn't have Murray or Porter Jr. It was just Joker and some guys, literally.
Yeah,
Joker
6
and guys. And they made it
6
happen. So Jenkins, I believe you can get better. I'm not a believer in Jenkins by any means, but like, you got paid for a reason. Coach, just be a coach, man.
Yeah, and we've seen this Memphis Grizzlies team go on a streak of wins before without Ja.
Yeah.
But this ain't the same team, and this ain't the same talent they playing against either. Yeah. And Bismack is like like a Band-Aid for a cancer. He's just gonna be here to rebound and whatever. Like, I don't understand why we didn't already have someone else that was 7 foot ready to go before we even knew about Steven Adams. Like, why didn't we get this done over the offseason?
That was my main thing. She did. Like, I tweeted a while ago. I was like, just give me anybody that has a desire to rebound.
Yes.
Kevon Looney is 6'6", but he got 25 damn rebounds in the playoffs over the Grizzlies, and the Grizzlies had 2 7-footers. Like, just give me anybody that wants to go get the ball. Anybody.
Portland got a few, but now he hurt. But I mean, like, there's so many options. To me, again, Bismack played well, like you said. That was one game. That was Portland. This is not going to be a long-term fix for Steven Adams. And then there's going to be some type of chemistry built between Bismack and Ja. Yeah. How is that going to work?
That's true. Yeah.
So I hope they can get to 10 wins before Ja gets here. I'm gonna stay with you with 10, and we're gonna pray about it.
So, yeah.
and we're gonna leave it alone. But also, let me just be honest here. I love Ja too, everybody, but Ja is not a superstar that's going to turn this entire thing all around by himself.
Not right now. Nope.
He's just not that type of player. And so I'm gonna just leave it at that. He's just not that type of player yet. He's very talented. He's just not going to be able to do this all by himself.
Yeah.
He'll show you flashes, but
nah, they got too many issues, man. I think their issues is like how do you score when you need a bucket beyond what up, Melvin? Beyond just a fast break. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to figure out, like, okay, like back in the day, it was Valanciunas. Granted, he got played off the court, but Valanciunas was an easy bucket. Give him the ball, let him go to work on the post. That's a bucket. You need
hook shot.
Right. You need to stop the bleeding one way or another if you're the Grizzlies. And right now, they don't have that. I mean, Jaren can do it, absolutely. But he's played well too.
Let's give him kudos.
He and Bang have played up to standard, really beyond the standard of what we needed for them. It's a matter of, like, we need people when they on the bench to step up as well too. That's what they really need right now.
But I mean, who's on the bench? That's the problem. We'll leave that alone. Let's get
right.
We'll be here all night.
Right. Let's get into the rookies, man. We'll end with James Harden, but I want to talk about the rookies. Victor is Victor, for one. If I've seen about at least 10 plays where they just throw the ball up somewhere, that man go gets it, and then he just scores it every time, or he gonna pass it, shoot it, whatever he gonna do. I am a concerned Grizzlies fan. Watching Victor Wembanyama play basketball, because it's not only that though, bro. Like, you got the other players playing well too. Vassell's playing well. Keldon Johnson playing well. I don't know what Pop doing, putting Sohan at point guard, but it's somehow kind of working. I mean, you swept the Suns. Granted, they didn't have everybody with them, but like, Spurs are a young team, man.
Yeah.
And the Suns, you got a championship coach, you got a championship player. You had Booker was there as well too. So it's like, for them to sweep them, it's like, okay, we got something going on, with it. But Victor is Victor. I don't have nothing to say about Victor. I spoke on him too many times on this podcast. I actually am very impressed right now, not with Amen Thompson, who's hurt, but the forgotten twin, Asura Thompson in Detroit.
Up there in Detroit playing.
Bump Jaden Ivey out of the starting spot. Nobody heard, but talking about them right now.
Nobody talking about Jaden Ivey.
Jay Ivey got bumped, and he's mad because he ain't getting PT. I'm like, Jay Ivey, have you seen your Sir Thompson play right now? You pull up the
playing that defense. And what you won't be able to pull up is how well that man is playing defense, like playing those passing lanes and getting the ball up the court where it needs to go. Asor is hooping. Yes.
12 points a game, 4 assists per game. You mentioned defense and effort, 9 rebounds. Wow. 9 rebounds. He's tied for 4th in the league right now. 9 rebounds. He is a 6'6" guard. Now, he athletic as all get out. Him and our man athletic as hell.
Definitely.
But I know Detroit, they're not playing as well right now. They've lost a couple of games. They're a young team. But but if you looking at this team, you got Cade Cunningham, you got Sora Thompson, you got all these players, these young players. You got Duran as well, who missed a game here because he had injury. If you look, I'm like, did I get the better twin? Because that's about Amen Thompson the whole draft. Like, Amen, he's athletic, he's a point guard, blah blah, and the Sora is just a catch and shoot, shooter. I'm like, if he's a shooter that's getting rebounds and getting 4 assists a game, he damn near to be at least the 3rd person in the conversation to be Rookie of the Year, along with Victor Chet and then Sir Thompson. I know Brandon Miller's playing well too, but Charlotte ain't gonna win no games. They're not that good. But I'm very impressed with Sir Thompson right now. I'm very impressed with him.
Yeah, I was thinking about like a would you rather, right? Like, would you rather got Amen or Asor at this point watching, their games? And I mean, up until his injury, right? But Asor has literally jumped off the page
literally
every time that you see him, and it's like he has that dog mentality in him. So for you to be 6'6" and getting rebounds, that's all about effort. That's all about I'm going to get that. I don't care if I'm undersized. I don't care about none of that.
Man, you gotta have that. Can't teach that.
I'm going to get that. And I mean, when I tell you his chair is placed for him to sit, he gonna sit in that chair. And if he got to take you 94, he going to guard you 94. And that's the type of player the Pistons drafted very well to get him. And of course, the other players that they have right now. But Asor is definitely the better. If I would have did a would you rather, I'm taking Asor 9 times out of 10. I wouldn't even take Amen based on what I've seen so far.
Right now, right now, Because I was expecting that from him. I was expecting him to be like I said, sit in the chair, play defense. 9 rebounds, bro.
That's a lot for 9 rebounds. I didn't know you was gonna tell me that. I didn't see that on the stat sheet like that. I didn't know that was gonna happen.
Look at the game log real quick, because I'm like 9 rebounds a game, bro. So he had, let me see, go back. Oh my God, he had a stretch where he had 13, 12, 10, 7, 7, 9, 7.
And these are games when even Jalen Duran was grabbing rebounds.
What I'm saying, right? What I'm saying, like, and then he's not scoring as much. But if you are a good coach, you always tell your players, if you're not scoring, impact the game in other areas.
Anyway,
give me a rebound, give me a 50-50 ball. Play defense, pick up, get deflections. Like, that's what you need. And like, that's a championship player right there, y'all. That's a championship player when he knows what he needs to do. It's kind of similar to and it's kind of like the same type of build where not same type of build, but like Asor is probably more athletic than this player. But like Mikal Bridges, he knows what he needs to do. I can score if I need to, but I can go get you 2 steals. I can go get a block. I can go get 6, 7 rebounds. And if it's my time to go do what I got to do, I can go get 20, 25 points if I need to. But I'm easily transferable to any slot. As long as you tell me what I need to do, I'm going to go do it. So Thompson, he won't win Rookie of the Year, but I ain't mad at him right now.
He definitely should be on the first team all rookie.
Oh, for sure. Yep.
Not even a question.
No doubt. Talk about Chet, though. How you feel about Chet?
I'm about to say, that's my boy. I talked about him a little bit with the Thunder or what have you, but man, like, I don't know. It's just like there's not going to be a lot of talk, I think, about the Thunder, which is upsetting, just because it's Oklahoma City, right?
Yeah.
And they're not going to get that talk about Chet, which also sucks because he got to sit out that year. But I mean, the man is averaging 17 points right now, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, a steal, 2 blocks. I mean, he's playing pretty good basketball. He's the second leading scorer on the team, which SGA. And so, I mean, this is Chet is. I went down saying this before the season started. He is still my rookie of the year. Now, of course, Victor dropping a 38 piece on Kevin Durant is hard, very, very hard to bypass. But if we could just sweep that underneath the rug and just look at the stats, man. But I love Chet. I love Chet's game. It's not like he's looking for the ball all the time. His players find him. He misses a shot. He's right back for the putback. And he didn't I feel like he could have let the whole Wemby and him get to him. And I don't think he has yet. And I hope he doesn't ever do that. Just stay within what you know in Oklahoma City. Let everyone else talk that noise. But please believe Chet Holmgren is quality and should be in contention for Rookie of the Year this upcoming season. I understand about Wemby. I get it, ladies and gentlemen, before y'all jump on my back. I know what he's been doing. But please make sure y'all understand what Chet has been doing as well.
Chet is actually, so here's the top 5 in blocks per game.
Oh, wow.
And I mean, we knew that it was going to transfer because even at Gonzaga, like his timing on the blocks, he never jumped. He just had, I mean, you 7 feet tall and you got long, you ain't got to jump. Just hold your hands up. So if you were a kid and you playing big man, don't jump. Just hold your hands up. But right now, top 5 is AD at number 1 with 3.3, Gafford and with 2. I don't know how. With 2.8. Victor is at 2.6, Chet Holmgren at 2.4, and then Jaren's at 2.3. So you got 2 rookies in the top 4 in blocks per game right now. But I mean, you're 7 feet tall, so I expect
you better.
Right, which is why I'd be mad at DeAndre Ayton slow ass who's slowing out in Portland right now. He can't get one damn block a game. I'm sorry.
We don't mention them.
But yeah, that's pretty much it, man. Like Victor, Chet, Asur, and Brandon Miller are the main guys.
Yeah.
Scoot Henderson, he's hurt. That's one. He's hurt.
Yeah, exactly.
From what I've seen, not impressed right now.
Thank you.
Not impressed. I said it before. The man cannot shoot. He cannot shoot. Like 3 ball, not there. He had a game where he had a couple of mid-range shots. That's cool. But like in order to be viable in this league, you got to be able to shoot. I have not seen that. He's an athletic freak. I am concerned about the injuries, given that the nature of his game is survives on athleticism and explosiveness. And so for you to be injured in summer league and to be injured in the first part of the regular season, my guy, you 19 years old. Like, I can't have you getting hurt and you this young, man. I need you to be fresh. Like, you should be out here, getting all
you playing 82.
Right, yeah. So for you not be doing it right now, it's not against him as a person or as a player, but more so it's like the hype that came with Scoot. There were people saying that the Hornets should have drafted Scoot. If I'm the Hornets right now, I'm like, Brandon Miller look damn good right now as a spot-up player, as a dunker, as a backdoor cutter. Like, he looked good right now in that role with Melo. And so if you're Portland, I'm like, Scoot ain't looking too nice, man. I mean, Shannon Sharp looking nice, but Scoot, I ain't seen it, man. I'm not seeing it right now.
Nah, he's nothing to talk about. We can move on.
All right, let's finish up here, man. James Harden. So I feel like James Harden is this year's version of like Kevin Durant with the news and him.
Okay.
Is he gonna get traded? Where he gonna get traded? Whatever. He did eventually get traded a little bit after our Thursday show a couple of days ago. And the trade is as follows. Let me find it real quick. All right, James Harden, PJ Tucker, and Phillip, whatever.
Right.
So the Clippers for Marcus Morris, Robert Covington, Nick Batum, Kenyon Martin Jr., first round pick unprotected in 2028, 2 second round picks, a 2029 pick swap, an additional first round pick from the Oklahoma City Thunder. So basically, as Took would say, a bag of chips and some Skittles is what James Harden got traded for.
Yes.
Did you watch the game yesterday with the Knicks and the Sixers?
I didn't, and then the Knicks won the game, but I didn't watch the game.
So I'm gonna give you a review of the game. So in the first 3 quarters, maybe 3.5 quarters, it looked like, okay, this is a functioning offense. There's ball movement. There's like some scoring. You had Westbrook making threes. James Harden getting to his spots, making the mid-range up, making the threes. Kawhi Leonard looked like he's springy, getting dunks, getting shots. Paul George, in my opinion, step back, taking a step back offensively in terms of like his opportunities to score. And then the fourth quarter came. And then you saw who had been together longer as a team in New York. Well, for one, New York was the team last year, so that's one. Two, you got the whole damn Villanova roster on the team, so they played together.
True.
DiVincenzo had like 3 or 4 threes in that sequence in the fourth quarter. First of all, the Clippers looked like a team full of 30-year-olds when they all play together. It was like, I can give effort
with braids, by the way.
Yeah, like Kawhi Leonard braids ain't moved, bro. The hang time has not changed, so I don't know what's up with that.
Right.
But they look like some 30-year-olds that like can turn it on if they need to. So like me, I'm 31. I'll be 32 next year. When I play ball at work with my coworkers, I'm picking and choosing my spots. I'm not going all out like I'm 18 years old or 20, 21 years old because I physically cannot do that without causing harm to myself. And so that's what it was like. It was like, yeah, we can hoop if we need to, but if you got a team that's getting every rebound, every loose ball, getting all the fast break points, they are not going to hang with that team. And so let me put up stats real quick.
Like, you know, I can't remember who said this, but like the dream is 4 guys from Southern California
yeah,
bringing home a championship.
And that ain't gonna happen, ladies and gentlemen. I can assure you that ain't gonna happen.
Not Nuggets.
So here are the stats that lets me know that they're not gonna hustle. All right. So rebounding. Knicks had 48 rebounds. Clippers had 31. Offensive rebounds. Knicks had 18. And the Clippers had 7. So 18 offensive rebounds. That's 18 opportunities to score again for the Knicks.
Right.
So that lets me know y'all not getting those rebounds on defense.
Exactly.
You keep letting them get the rebound. On top of the fact that the Knicks got Josh Hart, best rebounding guard in the game.
And y'all only got 7? That's like 1.5 a quarter.
Yep. The next stat, fast break points. The Knicks had 26. Clippers had 6 for the entire game. 6.
Wow.
Again, the Clippers do not want to run. And you can see that in the most important quarter of the game, the fourth quarter, where your legs are tested. Like, you have it at this point in the game. First quarter, everybody scoring, everybody happy, ball movement. We all fresh. Fourth quarter, crunch time. What are you doing? Next is, where is it? Points in the paint. Knicks had 56. Clippers had 38. 56 points in the paint. Y'all not defending nobody. Y'all not trying to defend nobody. No sense of pride in defending the paint.
Because who is?
All problematic. And I had one more stat. Where it said, what's it, turnovers? Oh, that was it. Cool. That was it. But yeah, long story short, like the Clippers and James Harden, I think they're going to be good enough to make the playoffs. But when you're in a 7-game series against a well-oiled machine that gets every rebound, that's going to hustle, I think they will struggle against like Sacramento from last year because they want to run. Them dudes want to get every ball. They're going to run. They're going to score.
Make or miss. They're going.
Yep. They're gonna make you work to play defense. They're gonna pass that ball around and they're gonna kick your ass. So that's one end of the spectrum. Then you got the other end of the spectrum. You got like a Denver. Denver would, of course, obviously beat their ass too because they're gonna get rebounds, but they are well overstrained. Jamal Murray gonna run, Porter Jr. gonna run. Who's the white guy? Is it Christian Brown? He gonna run. Like these guys are gonna run. The Clippers do not want to run. They are a team of 30-year-old dudes that can make the playoffs. They can win games. If you're playing a team that don't know what they're doing, but if you got a team that's well coached and a team that shows effort, they can get bounced in the first round.
Yeah,
easily bounced in the first round.
Yeah, I do want to give the Clippers more than one game. I'll say that, but you can't. The starting lineup that they have, all 4 of them starting, and Zubac, That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. So somebody gonna have to play that fiddle and come off the bench, and they need someone else to help out with that interior defense, to help out with the rebounding. And I don't even know. Let me look at that roster, because I don't even know who is on the roster that can come off their bench, because they traded so many people. I guess PJ Tucker, he getting cardio.
You got Tucker, Norman Powell, Bones Highland. Did they trade Trey Man? I didn't see that. Nah. Is he hurt or something?
Nah,
It's
I don't
a
think
Trey
they
Man,
traded
Terrence
him.
Man. One of the mans.
Yeah, one of them. But like, you can't. James Harden can't just come and start. That's just what it is to me. And I think you do need to start like a PJ Tucker at least to help with not just interior defense but rebounding. They're not going to change their speed, because even PJ Tucker is about 38 as well.
Yeah.
He's barking down the wrong tree as well. So I believed in this team to make it to the Western Conference Finals before the trade. I don't like what I saw in the box score, and especially what you just told me about their first game, but I will give it time. And Ty Lue, you just got to change that lineup. You can't just put those four up there and just call it a day and just hope that this works. It's just not going to work. You were winning and doing things before James Harden got there. Let him diva self get to the bench and figure it out. Now, having Russell Westbrook come off the bench, I don't think that's fair. I don't think having anyone else come off the bench is fair, because Russell Westbrook has earned his spot with those Clippers. When there was no one for them in the playoffs last season, Russell Westbrook was everything for them last season in the playoffs. Even though they lost, yeah, I get that part, but Paul George wasn't stepping up like that. I mean, they hurt, Kawhi and all that. But Russell Westbrook has earned his spot to start and stay. So again, Ty Lue, if you're listening, which I know you're not because you make too much money, you need to go ahead and bench James Harden. And I know that's hard. That's a difficult decision. But y'all going to keep getting out-rebounded, because teams are – what y'all going to do when y'all play the Timberwolves?
Yeah.
What y'all
They
going
don't
to
have
do?
any size, man. Like, Plumlee just got hurt. He had like a MCL injury. You got Zubats there, but Zubats only one man. You don't have any other, like, big man on the team. Tucker's not big. Tucker my height. He playing center. Like, nah.
Yeah. So it's just not going to work. So that's all. Man.
Yeah, starting 430-year-olds. That's a decision right there. Like I because out west, man. I mean, now technically you got some old teams out west. You got the Lakers who are
oh my god,
who are an older team. We ain't really getting to them. I don't know how you feel about them, disappointed or not. I'm not surprised, but
let them be.
But the Lakers are out there. The Nuggets are not old. The Warriors are kind of old.
Yeah, Chris Paul put them up there.
But that's pretty much it. But I can't see them, like, they will be in hell versus Denver, versus Minnesota, in terms of like the hustle that comes with that team. They'd be in hell against New Orleans, OKC. They'd be in hell against the Grizzlies. If the Grizzlies if they get job back and they have their regular starting five and the guys on the bench, like, they'd be in hell against the Grizzlies, I think. Just because they
don't play defense.
Right. So I think this is actually, I mean, we got to give it time, because they got to figure out what they're gonna do. I don't think that James Harden going to the bench. I can't see that happening. It's too much pride. Westbrook for sure not going to the bench. I am concerned about Paul George though. Like, yes. Paul George did not look comfortable in that game. Like, he was, like, I think 2 for 11. Yeah, 2 for 11.
Yes, that's look terrible.
And he, like, it didn't feel natural for him. It's like it's too many cooks in the kitchen. It's like we got too many guys that need the ball in their hands. There are times where Westbrook wants to dance with the ball. James Harden, of course, wants to do it. Kawhi got to do it. Paul George got to do it. And you got a lot of ball watching. It's just like, all right, his turn. Got to watch him.
Right.
And we've discussed this with 3 guys. Now it's 4. You got 4 guys that got to watch. They got to watch the ball at some point in the game. And then when they on the bench, you have guys that can't get their own shot unless you, like, stagger the lineups. But even then, like, Kawhi is he's not an all defensive player anymore. Paul George's not an all defensive player anymore. No. Westbrook's not that. James Harden was never that. So now you struggling on all levels. And of course they gotta get some time to figure it out. But right now I'm concerned. I am legitimately concerned. Let me see what they got coming up. They got Nets, Mavericks, Grizzlies, Nuggets, Rockets, Spurs. They got, man, golly. They might beat Brooklyn, but you got Mavericks, Grizzlies, Nuggets, Rockets, and then Spurs back to back. That's gonna be a hard stretch for them.
Yeah.
And they
Matt.
are on the road too, aside from the Grizzlies
Memphis.
and the Rockets one, yeah.
I mean, yeah, you can go and count that as a loss against Dallas. That's crazy. Y'all got 4 potential Hall of Famers going against 2 future Hall of Famers, and Dallas is about to give them that work.
That work.
You heard it here first. And then who's oh, and when they play at Denver, that's great. It's on TNT. Go and get work by Joker because Joker loves it. He absolutely loves it.
Joker, he gonna fuck around and get another MVP.
Yeah.
I need somebody to like do a study on him. Like, what is it about his game? Because like it's not supposed to be unstoppable. Like he's not fast, he's not athletic. I mean, yes, he can shoot, but we've seen guys that can shoot. Like Kevin Durant was a fat white guy. Why was he not the Joker? I don't understand that. Kevin Love could dribble, he could shoot, he could rebound, he could pass, but he wasn't Nikola Jokic.
No.
Somebody explain that to me. What's the science behind? What is he doing with these horses?
And it's gotta be.
What the hell is he doing?
It's a Serbian power.
What this man doing? All right. Look at us. We under an hour, man. Look at us. I'm proud of us.
Right. There we go. We good.
All right, man. We'll be back next week unless my child gets here, and then we got to call our audible. we in the last stretch, man.
That's dope.
Tomorrow's my last day at work. Thank God, because I'm ready for this break. Hopefully, this man don't come this week. Give me like a week and a half, bro. Like, please. I gotta get shit in order over here, man. We got to finish this room.
That crib.
The crib is our. Well, we already got the crib from
okay,
crib.
That's true.
But yeah, so next week we'll be back again, unless my child is here, and then we get a call a hell of an audible.
Yeah.
But we'll figure it out, man. We'll figure it out. Took, if you're still listening, man, no more load management, man. Need you back on here, dog.
Clippers.
You got to explain what Kevin Durant them doing losing to Victor Wembanyama. But hopefully you're having fun with your mama. He'll be back on next week.
Sure.
All right, y'all. Stay safe. Be blessed. Peace.